dramatic impressions.
So dramatic.
Naturally, we started off this episode with Sansa's story arc with her meeting with Lord Baelish. Now, why she chose to meet with him with just Brienne and no real backup is beyond me. Look, I know she's a stone cold badass, but you kinda need to check who you're dealing with first. But then Lord Baelish tries to confess his sins, but Sansa was not having it. It's clear that his only reason for meeting with her is to fulfill his own lust for power. We all know too well that when it comes to Peter Baelish, that trusting him is probably the wrong thing to do. Dealing with him and not having a fallback will undoubtedly end your game for the throne. I mean, look at Papa Stark. I'm just saying. He goes to Sansa, offering his help to take back Winterfell. Now, this may seem like he's changing his ways or he feels remorse for what he did to her, but undoubtedly he knows the sway that Sansa still has in the north. Towards the end of the episode shows Jon Snow, Sansa, Davos, and friends discussing war plans to take back the north. In the scene, they discuss how people are afraid of Ramsay, and I mean, honestly, who can blame him? The guy skins people alive. I mean, it's pretty gross. The guy is a stone cold bag of nuts. Alright? He fed his own stepmother and brother to a pack of dogs while they were still alive. Baelish knows it's going to take more than just an army to take back the north. With the return of Sansa, I feel like this would really help him to kind of solidify his hold. She brings the love and loyalty of the people. Daenerys, of all people, know firsthand the importance of loyalty from the people. I can see Lord Baelish and Sansa joining forces to get rid of Ramsay in future episodes to come. What's really unclear is what are the two going to do afterwards. It's clear that Jon Snow is kinda suspecting the worst from Sansa. He clearly wants to stay positive about her, but I mean, let's be honest, she's been in captivity from some of the worst, horrible people around. It's pretty clear she's no longer that cute, lovable Sansa that wouldn't hurt a fly. You can almost see in his expressions that even he notices that Sansa is either trying to gain power or looking for revenge. Now, wow, the creation of the White Walkers was a pretty big mind freak. When the children of the forest turned out to become the people that created them because humans kept pushing them out of their own land, chopping down trees, more than likely killing them too, you kinda really start to feel for them. And I feel like there's a deeper, more real-life meaning there, but I digress. What I would love to know is how did everything just turn to shambles for the forest people before they stuck the guy with that rock knife looking thingy? I seriously doubt they were gathering in a group to chant a spell, but more likely in a council with one another, weighing the pros and cons. If you think about it and see how backed up against the wall they were compared to when they roamed the entire countryside of Westeros, they were really desperate. Probably even the last of their kind. It's almost as if as time passes, more and more magical beings of the before times are slowly disappearing and becoming myths more alike. Unlike the myth of Tyrion the dwarf, I have to say, I love this character. Not to mention Peter Dinklage's acting of him. He's such an interesting character that anytime he's on screen, I know some awesome plotting is about to happen. In this episode, it's him and his long struggle to try and keep the peace in a kingdom that pretty much has no ruler. I really hope Miss Sandy and Grey Worm understand Tyrion's worth after all he's done to quash the Master's plot to cause chaos. Sadly, Tyrion wasn't in this episode all that much, but he definitely left an impact. Wow, what an ending though. We finally found out the reason behind Hodor's only saying what people thought was his name. That's insane. Hold the door. It almost makes me wonder, what if deep down, he always knew what was going to happen? The scene even has him looking at Bran, even for the short time he had before dropping to the floor in convulsions. The outcome that he came across was one that I truly believe was well deserved. For him to go the way of the Starks and the Red Wedding, or even the crazy Joffrey, would have been a really disappointing way to go. But then again, it's Game of Thrones, so 6 seasons in, you tend to learn to always expect the unexpected. All in all, this episode was one with some great revelations, awesome backdoor plotting, and even a sad death of a beloved character. I'm curious to see more of the story arc with Arya and her long journey to become the world's deadliest assassin, though. I feel like her story is slowing down a bit, but I can definitely see something big coming out of all of the whole Lord of Faces shindig that she's been up to. That'll be it for me today. I'm really curious to see what the next episode brings. I really hope we get to see a lot more of Tyrion, because honestly, he's the coolest character around. But yeah, like, so far so good. This season has been really good so far, and I'm really excited to see who will finally defeat the White Walkers. My money is on Jon Snow. I'm not gonna lie. He came back from death. Okay, he cannot die. Jon Snow cannot die. All right, so he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. But all right, see you guys later.